So we had the Browns and the Texans this week. Week 2, obviously last week the Browns lose to the Chiefs. I saw more of the Texans than probably I should have. They opened up with the Jaguars. It's curious to see what Urban Meyer and the guys were up to. Houston won that game. Defense looked good, but was it against a rookie quarterback? I guess we'd find out today. And it didn't look great for the Browns on that very first drive. They come out, it wasn't necessarily a 3 and out, but they didn't move the ball far. They're forced to punt, and then Houston, this is where they're going to want one back. And then obviously with Tyrod going down. But the first big blunder of the day, they stopped the Browns punt, and Houston muffs the ball. Recovered by Taki in Cleveland. That leads to a quick touchdown, 7-0. So instead of potentially Houston getting the ball, moving down and going up 7-0, they fall behind. Then Cleveland stops them. Cleveland looks like they have an opportunity real early to run away with. They're up 7-0. They have the ball coming off the turnover by Houston and then stopping Houston. And then Donovan Peoples-Jones gets in on the action on a play where it looked like possibly it was not a reception. It was going to be close, but he did in fact catch the ball, make a couple of steps, and then boom, big hit by a Cleveland or a Houston player. Fumble by Donovan Peoples-Jones. Then Houston goes down. They tie the game up 7-7 at that point. So they had basically, although they had both turned the ball over, Houston probably felt like, the Browns got the best of that one, But all things equal right there. And then Baker throws an interception. Now the turnover battle being led by the Texans, and it seemed like perhaps it could have been one of these games. Tyrod Taylor looking great again, not necessarily just because it's against his old team. He looked really good last week as well. But unfortunately for him and the Texans, Baker did run one in for a touchdown. Yeah, it was a nice win. Bouncing soul. Spud, what's up? Dan Z. Thanks for stopping by live here. And so the Baker touchdown run after the Tyrod run, although they're on the Tyrod run, it did look a little funny. Pulled up there on the 1 or 2 yard line. Was it just because, there was nobody there to tackle him? But looking back, knowing that he never returned to the game after the half, that was probably the one right there where perhaps he tweaked something in the hamstring. 14-14 at halftime. No Tyrod to return. So it's an unfortunate day for the Texans. The Texans probably feel like they were on their way to maybe win this game, start out 2-0. But it was not to be. This Mills guy comes in. I don't necessarily know if he was a rookie, but not a lot of experience, obviously. He looked kind of like a dork, and then they say he went to Stanford. So, yeah, pretty much just confirming that. The Browns strike first. Felton on a nice designed play, catching a pass, maybe just a yard deep, maybe even, right at the line of scrimmage. It was all Felton making a move, nice little spin move, hit the O button on PlayStation. And broke another tackle. Boom, 33-yard touchdown. Browns go up 21-14. And then the Houston turns it over again. The Dork quarterback throws an interception. Although the Browns at that point could not pull away. After the dorky interception, they only get a field goal. So early in the game with the Peoples-Jones fumble, they weren't able to pull away. Here with the interception, they were not able to pull away. So something they're probably going to need to capitalize on against teams that are a little bit better than the Texans now on their third quarterback after Watson and Taylor. But they did have a 10-point lead with the field goal. Houston wouldn't quite go away, though. They score a touchdown, making it 21-24, making it kind of look easy, really. Making me feel like, what am I watching the Buckeyes here with this horrible defense? Cleveland answers, though, in the Chubb touchdown. They looked pretty unstoppable on that drive. I don't even know if they threw a pass. I think they showed a graphic on the TV. Baker may have been 9 for 9 after the interception, but it was a bunch of Hunt and Chubb. Chubb with 11 carries on the day. Hunt 13 carries, Chubb 11. Chubb with most of the yards and the touchdown. I believe that one was a 20-something, maybe 30-yard touchdown run. I'm not sure, but that made it 31-21, pretty much putting the game away. Houston tried to drive a little bit and a missed field goal. If they had any shot at all, I could imagine if you're a Texans fan, you're thinking possibly somehow by some miracle we could steal this one, send this into overtime. That idiot missed the field goal, so actually got up, went and got a drink. Was it blocked? I hope it wasn't blocked. I'm pretty sure that idiot just missed it. Went and filled up the old Pepsi, assuming, all right, the Browns are still going to be up by 7. They end up killing the clock, winning by 10, 31-21. So pretty much an uneventful second half. You just kind of knew when Tyrod Taylor went out of there that Houston was in trouble. Baker had already thrown his interception. Not that he's ever had a situation where he didn't have multiple turnovers, but it seemed like one of them days he kind of learned his lesson. He was on fire before that. maybe started the game 9 for 9, 10 for 10, and he overthrows the guy badly. And then on the very next play, interception. So it's like he was warming up to that interception a little bit. So that's the final score, 31-21. And I don't know. It's a win. Obviously feel much better than last week, but it was an expected win. And like I said, it got a little weird with Tyrod going out of there. Didn't necessarily show a whole lot. That muffed punt early. Although if you're a Texans fan, you're probably feeling pretty sick. Not that any Texans fans are watching or are going to watch this at a later date. All right, guys. Well, Delpit got a big sack today. Newsome, his first pass interference. He got a taste of that. Hooper and Bryant did most of the receiving, the tight ends. They had several plays where they had 3 tight ends out there. They get the fullback in on the action. He has a touchdown run, but then later coughs one up. What did he do? He did something stupid later. Did he cough one up? I think he did. He did something dumb. So anyways, all right, guys, that's about it. We'll see you next week. If you're a Buckeyes fan, I don't know. Was that game really worth recapping? Would you have hopped on YouTube and talked about that mess? Tulsa. Hope you didn't have the Buckeyes in that one if you're a gambler. All right, guys. Boom. We'll see you soon. And that's it. It's all of it. That's it. It's the Browns recap.